welcome to another real estate video
From
Yourhousekeyz.com, and that's keys with a Z, one word. My name is Walter with WK Estates. I'm here with
Jay Galen with JG Homes. Walter, this is something that has been floating around my mind for a long time. My goal was to buy my house. I had I refied to a 15-year mortgage some years ago, and I wanted to pay it off more than anything. I didn't want to have a mortgage. I wanted to be free of that and have the freedom to go do what I wanted to do without having that burden of a mortgage. I refied a couple of times since then. I'm back to a 30-year mortgage. My question to you, you know this side of the equation very well. Is it a good idea to be paying off your mortgage?
Well, it's not a good idea to pay off your mortgage. Mortgages actually are the least expensive loan you can ever get. So if you carry credit card debt, much higher interest rates.
True.
Also, you cannot deduct interest on your credit cards, but you can on your mortgage. So that actually helps lower your tax burden at the end of the year.
Well, we have historically low mortgage rates.
Right. That's why right now it's not.
Again, we were at a point not that long ago, and most of you probably don't realize it. You're not old enough to remember when interest rates were 15 to 20%.
Right.
So
in the 70s and 80s.
What does it? What did it mean then, and what does it mean now? I mean,
well, the thing has changed. We got the concept of having to pay off your mortgage from the 1920s and 1930s when we had the Great Depression. Many people lost their homes, and then in the 1970s and 80s, the interest rates went through the roof, so the cost was really high. But right now, we mentioned in other videos, for the last 80 years, the average inflation rate was 3.24% per year. So if you can get a loan right now on a 30-year fixed at 4%, inflation will pay off your loan. Okay, number one. Number two, when you're looking at these payments that you're doing, they're the lowest payments you're ever going to have because, like I just mentioned, your credit card payments are going to be much higher because the interest rates are higher. And one of the few deductions you still have, if you're working for a company and you're getting a W-2, is your interest rate on your loans.
The theory is if you pay off your mortgage, you're going to reduce your monthly payments.
You don't, because you still have to make your tax payment and your insurance payment. And when you're doing it through an escrow account, they divide it by 12, so it doesn't hit you. Once you pay off your loan, in California, you're paying it twice a year.
So you bring up an interesting issue, which is mortgage tax deductions.
Right.
You pay off that mortgage, that's gone. What does that mean to your bottom line?
Well, you're going to actually pay more taxes.
Right.
And then you're going to still have a payment because you still have to pay for your insurance, and you're going to have to actually be very, very diligent in saving your money for when you have to pay the property tax bill twice a year, which most people have issues with having any reserve. Imagine having to come up with a $3,000 or $4,000 payment twice a year.
What about the notion of liquidity?
Well, the house is very liquid because you can always get like you mentioned, how many times did you refinance?
3, 4.
That's liquidity.
Easily. Yeah.
Right? You're taking advantage of the rising real estate values and the low interest rates. So you're actually being able to get money out.
Yeah, the house has actually been very good to me.
Yes.
It has. So, bottom line?
Well, you
pay it off? Don't pay it off.
Never pay it off. You shouldn't pay it off. You should not get a 15-year. Always get a 30. If you decide that you want to pay it off earlier, just making one extra payment a year on a 30-year mortgage, you pay it off.
Pay it off in 15. And
that gives you the option to decide. But you should never pay it off because it would, especially now. I mean, it's the interest rates.
Basically, it's cheap money.
It is very cheap money. And let's say this. We'll give an example. You buy a $200,000 home. You put 20% down, right? That's $40,000. You have a $160,000 mortgage at 4%. You get married. And you and your wife then decide you want a bigger family. You want to grow your family. And so it's 10 years after you bought your home. You sell your home for $300,000, right? Mm-hmm. You got a $100,000 increase in the value of your home, so that's $100,000 right there. And then you have the additional, you have your $40,000 you gave as a deposit, and then you still have whatever you paid off in the actual principal. So it comes out. Let's say you have $180,000. You buy a $400,000 home. You should use the $80,000 as a down payment, which would be the 20%, and the other $100,000 you should invest in an investment account, because over the long run, that's going to give you, number one, a higher return than 4%, which is probably what you're going to pay for the mortgage. Number two, you still get the tax deduction on the interest of the new home because you have a larger loan. So you're benefiting from both ways.
Thanks, Walter. It's very helpful. So if you have any questions about should you or should you not pay off your mortgage, give us a call. Your House Keys,
Yes.
with a Z.
Z.
We have a Facebook page. We have
a website, yourhousekeyz.com.
and our YouTube channel. And if you like this video, there's a thumb that says like. Please click it.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Jay Galen with JG Homes.
And I'm Walter Okeyz with WK Estates, here at Your House Keys with a Z.
And that's one word, Your House Keys.
No spaces.
Want to thank you for watching Your House Keys here on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date on the videos we're putting out, just hit subscribe right below us.
Or click on this list to see other great real estate videos.